Hey, it's Nana. I'm back at it again. I just wanted to do a slight recap for any of those people who follow me on Instagram. Follow me on Instagram, or at least look at my Instagram. So I did a rant on there. By the time I probably post this, it could be a couple days ago, about an issue that I had with one of my coworkers that was about work but not at work. It was weird. So what happened was that all the guys called out that day, and so one of them was one of my other coworkers' rides. And so he texted me and was like, "Oh, can I get a ride from you?" That was the first text message. And then I don't know how long later, he's like, because, so-and-so was my ride and they're not coming in. And then a little while later, they sent another one. And then the last one, they were talking about, you're like, "Oh, you're not going to answer. It's cool." And while all this was going on, I'm, at work, working on, we get lists every day of candidates. So I'm working on my list of candidates, which have his people on it because, he's not there. So when I compiled my list all together and I counted how many people I worked through 91 people that day, unexpectedly. So when it's unexpected, you take a little longer. So I was like, dude, I'm at work. I'm sorry I can't be texting you on, your time. But, I'll still give you a ride. And then he's all like, wow, like, I didn't need all the attitude. When I text you at work, it's the same thing. I don't need a ride no more from you. It's cool. And so I was like, oh, okay, it's cool. Like, you really gonna, like, be mad because, I'm telling you, I can't. I'm like, I'm sorry. You're just, a friend. You're not, family or anything like that. And, like, even with family, I don't be, texting on demand. I'm sorry. The only person I have to text on demand is my own mother. I don't owe you nothing. Like, for real. Like, we're friends and all that, but who the fuck are you? I don't owe you nothing. I don't owe you shit. So it's just, interesting, I was like, you asked me for a favor. I didn't just say I wasn't going to do it. I wasn't like, I'm at work, F you. Like, he was asking me to, go on my lunch to pick him up. I'm like, I'll go. But the only issue I had is that pretty much what he was doing, he's like, oh, can you pick me up? Hello. Like, I don't have to text you back real quick. The thing is he knows when my morning break is. My morning break is at 10:15. I take it at 10:15. I take it for 15 minutes. So 10:15 to 10:30. If you didn't get no text by like 10:30, then you should have been like, oh, you're not going to answer. It's cool. Like, you should already know this. Like, that, like your common sense just flew out the window or something. And I understand he was probably frustrated because, of the situation he was in. But, you don't need to take that out on me. Like, again, I'm at work. I'm doing my stuff and your stuff. And so I'm busy. Like, and it was a Tuesday, so I do updates. So that means I have to message supervisors about their candidates. So it's like, dude, like, I had a lot going on that morning. Like, I was late doing everything. Well, not late, but it took me a little while longer to do everything. And you're sitting here complaining because, because your ride fell through. I was willing to give you a ride at lunch. Like, I would be sacrificing my lunch to go pick you up. And you go get an attitude at me because I'm like, dude, I'm like, sorry, I can't be texting you on your time. Like, as soon as you want me to, I'm still going to give you a ride. It might have been like a little attitude for asking for a favor or whatever, but still, like, you asked me for a favor. I didn't say I wasn't going to do it. I still said I was going to do it. But what pissed me off is that, you texted me talking about, like, pretty much, hello, why aren't you answering? Like, you need to answer me, like, right now. you ain't nobody. The only person that I need to text, like, as soon as and, you know, a certain amount of time frame, is my mom. My mom. That's the only person. Like, everybody else, you could wait. I'm gonna text my mom back before I text you back. Even if she texts me an hour after you did. So, yeah. So, now that I was calm, I was able to explain it a little bit better. So, yeah. That was just about it. Like, he got mad at me because I told him, I'm sorry, I'm not able to text you on your time, you know, because I'm busy. But I'm still gonna pick you up. And, you know, guess what? He didn't come to work that day. He was not at work that day because, you know, he's like, oh, it's cool, I'll find it, I'll figure it out. Yeah, figure it out. Like, don't come to work. Obviously. Like, but anyway. So, yeah. Life. What else can we talk about? We can talk about tattoos and piercings. My favorite things. So let's see. The first things I had was piercings, of course. So let's talk about piercings, all the piercings that I do have, and, you know, the ones that I want to get. So at the moment, I have, you know, my 3 holes. So my original, and then 1, 2, 3. You can kind of see it, or, you know, the gits of it. And then I have a cartilage piercing, and I have the 3 on this side too, but I don't have like anything else. So when it comes to the ears, I do want, you know, more stuff going on. I don't know if I want to get the bar on this side. I do know I want, you know, different types. Like, I might get, you know, I don't know if I'll get the tragus, I believe, or the in the conch, or if I'll get the conch over here with the tragus over here. I don't know. I want to decorate my whole ears. So I want, like, you know, to close this gap here. I'll probably get the conch, since, you know, there's a lot of up in the front, so I'll get the conch on the inside, and then get the tragus over here. Or maybe I'll get the tragus over here, so it could just be, like, it won't be too close together. And then I'll get the conch, and then, I forgot what this one is called. And then, I want to get this, but I might get it over here. I don't know. See, I just want my whole area to be decorated. It's gonna take a while. So yeah, it's gonna be a while. But, you know, some money and a little bit of time, I'll be good. So next I have a nose piercing. Oh, I can tell you the stories behind these. So, let's backtrack a little bit. So my first holes, I got them my mom got them for me as a baby. So yeah, I had those for like ever and a day. And then my seconds, I got these 2 separately. I believe the first one was my sophomore year, the summer of my sophomore year, or during my sophomore year. And then the other one was my junior year, I believe. I got them separate. I don't know why. I got them separate, especially since, you know, they gave me a pair of earrings after that. But anyway, so I had, you know, that's how I got those. And then, let's see, my freshman year of college, I worked at Claire's. And so, after those, it came my, what's this? My cartilage piercing. I forgot when I got this. Probably around the same time. So I got, you know, both my seconds and, you know, my cartilage in high school. It was spread out a little bit. I don't really remember when. It's just that I got them in high school. High school is kind of a blur for me. Yeah. So, yeah, I don't really remember that. And then I 2015. I remember I just did it on a whim. One day it was kind of slow at work. I was like, I want my ears pierced because I don't know. I didn't close. I was leaving. I think I was there early, so I was leaving. I was like, but it was I was leaving early evening, and it was slow. So I was like, I want my ears pierced, and so the best piercer there, she was my tutor in piercing. So I was like the best piercer after she left. Anyway, the best piercer there, she pierced my ears, and that's when I found out that my seconds are uneven. So it's not that noticeable, but it's noticeable enough if you have a trained eye for that, or you notice details very well. So she gave me my thirds, and she made it look as best as possible. I remember coming home, and my mom was like, "No more piercing." So I was like, "What? Because before that, I had gotten my belly button pierced on my 18th birthday. So that's my, senior year of high school, since my birthday is in March. So I had my belly button pierced. And it's, awesome. I've had it for 5 years now. It did take a little while to heal. There was a lot of pus going on. It was kind of gross. Actually, some of my older piercings, like my thirds, I had some issues with. I still kind of have issues with them. I'm like scared to leave them out for too long, even though it's been a while. It's been 5 years for these too. Wow, I had my piercings for a long time. And then a year after that, after my thirds, about a year after that, I got my nose pierced, and it's been awesome. So this is about 4 years. My nose piercing is pretty awesome. I just love piercings. My nose is awesome. And then I have a other mysterious one that I got a little while ago. Anybody want to take a guess at that? I would just want to know if anybody can guess it. It is a body piercing, so go with that. And then the next piercing, the one that I'm gonna get next for sure, like this is my plan, is I'm gonna get my tongue pierced. I've been wanting to get my tongue pierced since Bring It On. I mean, I see my mom with her tongue pierced like forever ago. Like I remember that it was there, but I don't really remember seeing it very clearly. I know she had it pierced and all that, but the solid memory of like, ooh, I want one of those was in whatchamacallit, in the first Bring It On movie. One of the girls, she has a tongue piercing, and yeah, I love it. Like when she's like, "La Fred," you see it all. I think it's either that one or the one that's called La Fred. I forgot which way it was, but she has her tongue pierced, and I was like, dude, I want one of those. And my mom's always been open and all that, and she has her own tattoos. She doesn't really have piercings. She has her ears pierced. That's about it at the moment. Oh, and she did have her tongue pierced, but the only really thing she has like steadily had was her ears pierced. And I always wanted my tongue pierced, and my mom's always like, why do you want it, blah blah blah. The only thing she's ever been kind of hypocritical about is the tongue piercing. So she's all like, why do you want it, why this, why that, and people look at you like this, and the people might assume this, and I'm just like, I just want it. I think it's cute. I saw it since Bring It On, like, not jumping on no piercing bandwagon. I've always loved tattoos and piercings, so I don't care what anybody else is doing. I've always wanted a whole bunch of tattoos and piercings. You can ask my mom. So yeah, so it's like I'm going to get it, this year. I don't know when yet. The place that, you know, I'm going to is like $35, which is pretty, you know, decent. I did get my nose pierced there, so I know they're, you know, clean and all that. So yeah, so I'm gonna get my tongue pierced, and yeah, it's gonna be awesome. Besides my tongue, the only thing I'm for sure getting is, you know, my ears. I will, you know, we'll video this journey, and you guys can, you know, watch me struggle with, you know, cleaning all these weird things. You know, I've been preparing myself. So for a minute, for the tongue piercing, for a minute, for a minute, I wasn't, like, for a little while, I wasn't using, like, you know, mouthwash. I was just brushing my teeth and, you know, getting on with my day. So I started using mouthwash, like, regularly again, and in preparation for getting my tongue pierced. It's really sad why I started using mouthwash again. I just needed to use it again anyway. But, like, you know, I'm like, I want my tongue pierced. I have to use mouthwash after every time I eat. So at the very least, 3 to 5 times a day. So I was like, I need to get used to mouthwash again. So I went out and bought some mouthwash. And so before I'm 24, or by the time I'm 24, I will have my tongue pierced. And I will be a happy little camper. Woo-woo. So now we're gonna talk about some tattoos. Can you move? I need to get over. I hate people. Okay, I don't really hate people. I hate driving with some people. It's just like, you guys are just in the way all the time. Anyway, so we can start the tattoo conversation because I'm almost to work. So tattoos. I have 4 tattoos at the moment. I have 2 on my sides, 1 on my bicep, and then 1 on the back of my hand. So I got, the first time I went to get a tattoo, I got 2 tattoos. They were 2, like, you know, like small, medium tattoos. Like, they weren't, you know, medium size, but they weren't small either. I got my birthday in Roman numerals, and then on, you know, my left side, and then I have my mom's name on my bicep. And, you know, I went to this tattoo shop in Fontana, which is in San Bernardino County, for people who don't know. And these 2 dudes are pretty awesome. So I got, you know, I got my tattoos by the owner of the shop, I believe, or like I believe he's the owner of the shop. And you know, he's older, but he put on his glasses and gave people tattoos. His script is very nice, and I love my tattoos. But yeah, I got 2 tattoos in one day. First, I believe we did my mom's name, and then I did my side. It didn't really hurt. I don't think it's like anywhere sensitive. So it didn't hurt a lot. I mean, it hurt, period, but it didn't hurt like a lot for being, you know, a side tattoo. Like, usually they're like, oh yeah, those hurt a lot, because, you know, depending on how big it is, it'll go on your ribs or the top of your hip and stuff like that. But yeah, so and then this one didn't really hurt at all. I mean, for all of them, the one thing that hurt the most, you know, was, you know, having to go over it more than once and stuff like that. Well, anything, go over it a couple times. So I just pulled into work. So we will continue my tattoo journey. Well, the beginning of my tattoo. Speaking of the beginning of my tattoo journey, in the next video. So yeah, talk about the other 2, which are stories in themselves. And then we could talk about, you know, future tattoos that I want. And, you know, if anybody wants to comment, you know, about their tattoos or any questions about tattoos or piercings, I'm always willing to speak up on it, because, you know, a lot of people are weary of it until it gets explained to them, and it's not as bad as it seems. But like anything and everything, it always also depends on you yourself. Everybody has a different pain threshold, so it's just, if you could take it, if you do have a lower pain threshold, and about it. I can talk about it again a little bit more in the next video when I talk about the other two. If you guys, please, like, comment, subscribe, hit that, notifications button, so, you can know when I'm posting a new video. That would be awesome. You can also, follow us on Instagram, at Yessie and Nana, Yessie_and_Nana. And then you can also like our Facebook page, We the Three. So y'all can go do all of that. I'll put, the link to the Facebook down in the bio. I'll put the Instagram name up, so copy and paste it into Instagram, or if you just remember it, good memory for you, because I know I wouldn't. Love you peoples, love the world, deuces.